Okay, Sunday night football, Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Guys, of course, this is brought to you by our friends over at Bet365. They have Thursday night football, $10 safety net bet over there. They also have Sunday night football, a $365K jackpot. You place a $10 bet on the first touchdown scorer and get a split of $365,000 in bonus bets if your player scores the final touchdown of the game. So they have really cool promos going on over there, including one on Monday Night Football, a 50% super profit boost token on same game parlays. So be sure and check out everything going on over there at Bet365. So Noops, it is a defense that I think you and I might be able to go out and score some points on in Dallas. And with that, they also have the homecoming of Micah Parsons. The Green Bay Packers will enter as 6.5 or 7. We have had a 7 pop at DraftKings now. So a 6.5 or 7 point favorite over Dallas. 47.5 to 48 is our total. Dallas is going to go into this one without CeeDee Lamb as well. So if things weren't going bad enough, yeah, you lose your all-world receiver in CeeDee Lamb. How do you think this thing plays out?
Well, for starters, just a suggested drinking game for everybody if you'd like. Every time you hear Micah Parsons or Jerry Jones, take a shot, folks. You'll be trashed by halftime. I am just not looking forward to a game that I think is going to be pretty boring. And to fill the time, we're going to hear Tirico and Collinsworth just talk about Parsons and Jerry Jones over and over and over again. So honestly, this might be a game I watch on mute, maybe put a good album on and watch the Packers just thrash this Cowboys team. I mean, after losing last week to the Browns, this should be a bounce-back spot for them, going from playing one of the better defenses in the league to arguably the worst defense in the league at this point, especially from a passing perspective. I think Green Bay can score as many points as they want. Whatever number they want to put up here, I think that they can absolutely cover. Now, does that mean we lay the points? Again, this is a spot where I worry about the back door a little bit. The Cowboys are a team that, especially at home, will leave Dak Prescott in and just keep chucking the ball. Maybe we see Turpin or somebody break one long and we sneak inside the 6.5. So I don't mind laying the 6.5 at the Packers, but I think the easiest bet on the board this week is the Packers team total over 27.5. I'm going to play that. I'm going to look at playing some alts, for example, over 31.5. I'm seeing that at plus 200, over 32.5. I'm seeing closer to plus 250. I think all those numbers are great. The Packers are going to score points in bunches. Get yourself some Packers in your DFS lineups. Packers to score touchdowns, Packers overs, and any of your same game parlays here. I just love this spot for Green Bay. It should be, again, a great bounce back spot after the loss last week. They should absolutely be able to thrash this Cowboys defense. Packers team total over any number you got.
I like the team total angle, which is kind of along the same deal. And I think you could go either way, right? So I'm with you. If you like Green Bay, I think you like Green Bay by like a lot in this game. It doesn't seem to me that if this game is somewhat close, then you should be on the Dallas side, like for sure, because something went weird and the offense isn't clicking for the Packers or whatever. There's something going on there. And then you just take the Cowboys to cover. If you like the Packers, I like alts. I like whatever. Cause like you just said, I mean, I think this is, you play, if it doesn't get on the other side of 7, like you play 7.5, you play 9.5, maybe you play 12.5, like all these, like, like stuff like that. Yeah. Just going up and playing alts on this, because that means the Packers are clicking. This defense still can't stop a nosebleed, and they are just rolling in this game over and over and over again. Now, the tricky part of this one, always from a prop perspective, is there isn't one alpha receiver for this Packers squad. So there is you got to do a dart throw type situation. I guess the only guy that has been consistent has been Tucker Kraft for them over the course of the year. So maybe if you wanted to play Tucker Kraft props, I think that those are at least fairly live for you. Where do you stand on Pickens having to step into the one role now for Dallas? Do you think that is going to be something he can thrive in, or do you think that we kind of maybe see some struggle bus stuff going on?
Well, I'll quickly add to the Packers, get yourself some Romeo Doubs. He has been great. All of his numbers continue to be depressed, even though he seems to me like the lead wide receiver for Green Bay. Now, as for Pickens, I think he's talented enough to be the number one wide receiver. The problem is there's no one else around to take any attention off of him. It's going to be a tough for him not just to be the number one, but to not have CeeDee Lamb drawing players away from him. I think you're going to see Pickens with a guy on him and man the whole game with a safety over the top for the entire time. I just think the Packers Packers defense is going to be ready for that. So I think Pickens is talented enough to do it. I just think this is an absolutely awful spot for him to have to step into that role.
Yeah, the other thing you can do if you are a real big Packers believer in this thing is find some sort of secondary receiver on Dallas and play the over on his receiving total because of garbage time. Like Dak is garbage gold. Like Dak Prescott is the best garbage time quarterback you have ever seen in your life. He becomes peak Joe Montana in garbage time. Like it is the craziest thing. So whoever that secondary dude is that's just going to be left open because the Packers are up 17 and they don't care to cover anyone, I think that's another thing that you could slip into the account.
Yeah, let me sell you on Jalen Tolbert. That was the name that was sticking out to me as the guy. I mean, even in late games this season, he's already scooped up a bunch of targets. He's fourth on the team in targets behind Ferguson, Lamb, and Pickens, but well ahead of Turpin, Flournoy, any of those guys. So, yeah, Jalen Tolbert is a sneaky play, and maybe even again, when you get into halftime, if the Packers are up by a decent margin, go and play some live Tolbert overs.
Yeah, I mean, you can get – actually, I kind of love this because Tolbert is only listed at 28 yards. And like you said, I mean, he's going to have to be –
that's a bet.
He's going to have to be the de facto 2 anyway. And then if we get garbage time like we think, and we think this goes off the rails, then again, like I said, I mean, you just get all these easy, super high percentage throws. That's another one I'm writing down right now. Tolbert receiver.
Yeah, that's definitely a bet. Like you said, we talked about Pickens. The defense is going to be locked on him. They'll also be looking at Ferguson. He's probably the second best receiver at that point. That just leaves plenty of space for Tolbert on either the left side or over the middle of the field. I mean, he could get those 28 yards in 2 catches.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Love that. See, this is why we talk through this stuff. We talk ourselves into some bets. This is why you subscribe to the channel right now, guys, because this is what we do. We talk ourselves through some processes, and then we end up on a bet by the time that we end talking about these games. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button on this channel. Let us know in the comment section how you are going to be playing the games this week. An interesting Survivor week. Remember, Noops has an article over at Lineups. Go see his thoughts on all of that. Start to think about, are the Bills more valuable to me next week than they are this week? What do we think about some of these other teams? What are your rules in your contests? As we just mentioned, do you have to save a team for the holiday weeks? Because these are all things that are really important this week, and it'll bleed into next week as well. For Noops, I am Matt. Good luck on all your week 4 bets.
Bet $5, get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose, with Bet365 Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, 21 plus only. T&Cs apply. In-app only.